wonder if this goes up in value. Henrik Lundqvist is going to get bought out as reported, and it's reported by enough sources that I think it's definitely going to happen now. Obviously, there hasn't been complete confirmation from the team, at least when I'm recording this video, but all the media outlets, etc., have jumped on it. So yes, he's definitely getting bought out. So yeah, a bit of a sad end to a pretty good career. He's been with the Rangers since 2005, and yeah, kind of been the starting goalie ever since. He played the least amount of games that he's ever played in a season this year with 30, and that is including the 48 regular season from that lockout, that half lockout year. So yeah, this was the lowest games that he played, and obviously his cap hit doesn't warrant that. And with the current goalie tandem at the Rangers, the writing was on the wall that either a trade or a buyout was going to happen, and here we are. So yeah, 15 seasons. He appeared in the playoffs 11 of those 15 years too, making it to the Cup final in one of those years. They just unfortunately weren't able to get the full success. But yeah, this frees up a bit of cap room. So let's run through that, I guess, for the Rangers. So this gives them $3 million next year in cap space, and a lot the year after. These only on the books are for $1.5 million for the year after this. So this year it clears up $3 million in cap space. They are on the hook for an extra $1.5 million next year, but yeah, $3 million comes off the books for this year, which gives them about $23 million to sign up their RFAs, and my guess is go for a big fish in free agency. Either that or there's a trade in the works and they need to get rid of some cap space, because this is now Mark Stahl and him, which has freed up, about close to $8 million in cap space, which you don't just get rid of for no reason at all, just to have it there and not use it. So I expect the Rangers to definitely make some moves, especially because they're a club that does have money, so they don't need to worry about, not paying to the cap. So I think that they're obviously, with everything with the draft and being very lucky in that sense, I think that they're thinking that the rebuild's almost over here and now it's time to get aggressive. The one thing I would say is the Rangers do not have a great track record lately of signing free agents. Brad Richards, Shattenkirk, Spooner, there's a few that they've signed that they've regretted down the way and had to buy them out. This Henrik Lundqvist deal isn't really that, obviously. Throughout the space of that long deal, he's been great for them, so it's just this last year that you really realise that the writing was on the wall and that Igor is the go-to. I mean, he's where it's at for this team, and yeah. So yeah, watch this space with the Rangers. They seem like they're going to be very busy. And obviously Lafreniere, they pretty much get him. But yeah, I'm thinking they might be going after someone else. Maybe a Torrey Krug. I was mentioning Krug before, that it would line up well with this team. I feel like they need someone like that. Pietrangelo would be another one. I just feel like they need one more good D to just round out a very young and capable D core. But in the playoffs, you could see how young and immature that they were. And I feel like they need someone to just steady that ship. But obviously being on the hook for a very long contract is not ideal, just because you get into buyout territory. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what this team does in the next few weeks, because I think they're really looking to do something. As for Lundqvist, no idea if this is it for him or if he's going to retire or find a way to come back. It seems like he wanted to come back and play, but I don't know if he wanted to come back and play only as a Ranger. So we'll see if he has a Mike Modano year and ends up at like the Senators or something like that. Yeah, it's really, really curious where he might end up, and definitely not as a starter. I'm just trying to think where a good place to go would be. Vancouver comes to mind if you're going with Demko and they can't sign up Markstrom. It's not bad to have a veteran in the back there. I know in stretches of play he hasn't been the best, but at the same time having someone like that in the locker room might help them, and that's pretty much what you're paying for. Yeah, I just see a lot of Canadian teams that he could go on to. Plus he can still play games, and I feel like that will help him this year, and the fact that like no one really knows what the schedule's going to look like, and it's weird going into free agency not knowing what the schedule is going to look like. So teams may make moves, like the Montreal Canadiens may make moves that don't make sense, because if the regular season's only 40 games and it's not super truncated, having those two goalies the cap space could have been spent in other places. So yeah. Anyway, guys, yeah, it's a little bit sad. It's a little bit sad. He's too good looking to be to have this happen to him. But no, his play was declining. The writing was on the wall. So a little bit sad that both parties have gone away, because ever since the lockout, it's pretty much been the Rangers are Lundqvist and Lundqvist is the Rangers. And so yeah, we are really curious if we're going to have a Mike Modano year, but I guess we'll see. Anyway, guys, if you did like this video, hit the like button. If you made it all this way and you have not subscribed, please do. We're up to 209, and it really does help us out here. And comment down below any memories of Lundqvist, and where do you think the Rangers are going to be next year? I think this is a very exciting team. That is, yeah, that's scary. They're going to be very scary, and this might be a jolt because they might get someone else. I kind of mentioned in a video, I don't think they're ready last year for this year. I think moving out Mark Stahl and putting in someone else, I think that starts to put them into the whole, like, they might win a round in the playoffs. They might do a bit of damage this year. So obviously still a lot of hockey till next year's playoffs. But yeah, it's kind of exciting if you're a Rangers fan. Just sucks about this one, right? It's a bittersweet thing. Like, this is bittersweet. Like, you just wish it didn't have to happen this way. But also you're excited for the team and the prospect of what's happening with them going forward. So you just kind of, yeah, I'd imagine if you're a Rangers fan, you understand, but it's a bittersweet pill and it's a little bit sad. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. See you. Bye.